Hey folks, Vortex here and welcome to my review of the Rikubuds Saber 3. These are a DIY earbud from Rikudou Goku, which you may know from the servers, and he's a fellow reviewer and obviously makes earbuds, as you can see here. So yeah, full disclaimers, I'd like to thank Riku himself for sending this over to me. I was not paid to do this video, or thoughts and opinions are my own, and it's good to get something a bit different back on the channel. So yeah, let's just get into it. So let's see what you get. Obviously this is what Riku sent over. So a little kind of carry case. Good size really. Not too big, not too small. We'll check that in a bit. So a bunch of different foams. Like a lot. I'll have a look at them later on. But yeah, good foams. The card, so specs. Obviously here's his card, Saber 3, the RG39-1 shell. Now I don't know much about earbuds. People who are watching this like yourself will probably know more that kind of shell than I do. 15.4mm driver, PET surround and LCP dome, composite diaphragm, 64 ohm impedance. So it's a bit more, that's a higher impedance than normal. Still relatively normal in the way of the world, but most IEMs are anywhere between 10 and 32. Sensitivity is 107 decibels and 20 hertz, 20 kilohertz. So, and then it's just a his card. So thanks for your purchase, Rikubuds, and made in Sweden, made in Sweden. And yeah, here they are. So this is the first time I've ever tried something off somebody who sent it to me. He's the creator and the manufacturer in a way. So yeah, that's pretty much it. 3.5 straight. Bit tangled, but obviously I'll untangle in a bit. Obviously red on there is for right. I like the shell, it's clear. Bit of venting. And yeah, so I've no idea what these sound like, but knowing Riku, they should be pretty good. And yeah, so yeah, I'll see you in the next clip. So welcome to my review of the Rikubuds Saber 3, and yeah, earbud 15.4mm. Before I get to that, now before anything else, including here is different foams. So with the white ones, it's tuned to be used with those, but I was told if it's a little bit too kind of maybe bassy or darker sounding, I recommend to go back to the black ones. Yeah, just thought that, just a heads up in case you buy these, you're not happy, you can go to the black ones. So take a little bit the warmth out. So anyway, build quality shall we say. So straight 3.5 cable. I've seen somewhere before, but it's more than good enough. Y split there. And let's have a look. Straight to this. There's a bit of a vent on the back. Looks like there's some kind of material in the hole. So just take one of these off so you can have a look. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I don't know the name of this shell, but it looks relatively, especially the head looks relatively standard. So let's talk about pound sensitivity on this set. Now, these are 64 ohm impedance. I can't remember the sensitivity because when you see this, it's not the same day I did the unboxing just before. These do require a bit more power. So, for example, my topping L30, instead of, the minimum volume is here. IEMs, you basically there. I can push this all the way up here for the same kind of volume. So the impedance does make a difference. But if you got a normal, decent enough, dongle DAC, amp DAC dongle, you should be more than fine really. And I didn't really find it fussy with sources, so I did try it with a couple of those dongles, and it was fine, to be honest, with all of them. So comfort on this set, obviously, because that's one of the most important things. I think the comfort on this set is great. As you say, I'm not normally an earbud person, but these aren't very big, and I find these very comfortable. Yeah, not much to say really. Again, I'm not a big earbud user. I know many folks, there's not many different types of shells, but the comfort and the fit on these is great. Obviously with the foams on as well, it works absolutely fine really. Obviously, which is a good thing. So timbre on this set, I think is really good. Not the best I've ever heard, but solid. I think a solid set really, to be honest. Now, micro details and an overall resolution, I think it's all right. Again, I've heard better, but then better costs more. So I'm not sure the price of this. I don't think it's more than $100 kind of dollars. But yeah, I think it's okay. It's more than acceptable for what these are, in my opinion, really. Isolation, I normally mention, there basically isn't none. So when you use it with the foams, these do seal surprisingly well. So isolation on this set is low. They're not IM, so just bear that in mind. Now, soundstage in imaging and air, I find is very good. Earbuds always seem to have that same way it sounds big. So if you ever used IEMs a lot and then you try the same track on like an earbud, it will typically sounds bigger. And that's one thing I do like about earbuds. One thing I don't like with earbuds is like the bass response. How an IEM seals, it gives you... I typically do for bass from IEMs as long as it's a good one. Yeah, so sound really. So what do these sound like? So these on the whole have a warmer tuning, in my opinion. They are quite bassy and they do have plenty of sub bass, which is quite a thing for something that's technically not sealed. But the bass on this set is actually, I think, pretty good. Now with electronic music, I think these do work quite well. Again, I think IEMs do hit harder just because how they seal in your ear canal. But yeah, I think them pretty good, really. Quite a good looking pair. Yeah, mid-range. Mid-range on this set I think is pretty solid, but I think it does bleed a bit, so they do have a warmer overall tuning. Mid-range on this set I think is quite safe, but it is quite transparent. But I think they do have, depends on your genre, they might be a bit too warm, but then they are tuned to use these foams, so bear that in mind. I think male vocals can sound quite thick sometimes, just because of that warmth. Female vocals, obviously depending on you listen to, I think they sound pretty good. Sometimes they may be forward, sometimes they're not, just on average. But yeah, I think the vocals on this set overall, I think are pretty solid, really. So treble on this set, I find it can seem dark sometimes. So these are quite soft I think in the treble. So they do have the details, but sometimes it feels like it's pushed back a bit. So normally, if you're used to things being like a lot of chi-fi is boosted in the lower treble, these don't really sound like that. These sound more natural in many ways than a lot of chi-fi does, because they have that boost for the female poison. Again, these don't have that, but I prefer that. I prefer the more softer, realistic tuning instead of the boosted tuning. It does seem the treble does extend quite well, but it does seem to tail off. Again, I don't mind that. I prefer, fatigue free over like falsely boosted trying to treble. But on the whole, I do think the treble on this set is actually pretty good. But yeah, they are kind of a natural set with a bit of warmth to them. Again, maybe L shape if you could probably put it to a sound signature. And yeah, not much to say really. Overall, not a bad set. Just probably really need a dongle. So conclusion is, what do I really think of these? Now, again, I need to confirm the price, but I do like earbuds. I haven't tried many, but from the ones I've tried, probably one of the better ones. Obviously, Riku does different models. I have no idea what they sound like, what drivers or they use tuning. I don't know anything. I only ever tried these, and I haven't really looked into the other ones. But for me, I do like, for electronic music, I do like a bit of warmth to the sound. And overall, I do prefer a softer treble response, and these do have it. So this does suit what I like. You can use these for long periods of time, but because the treble is soft, you may want to crank it up to get the extra brightness, which you may have been used to. Obviously, you have to be careful of your hearing as well. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Do I like this set? Yes. I do like the softer, warmer tuning that this offers. It may sound a bit soft to what you might be used to with the the brighter, typically brighter Chi-Fi tuning. But yeah, good set, good to see, good to try something different, really. And yeah, 3.5. I don't know if it is balanced. I will link in the description the store link so you can just check everything out. And yeah, not a bad set, bit different. Good to see a reviewer making the products, which is normally it's a company or a shop, but good to see a fellow reviewer making something really. So yeah, I'll probably end it there. So if you think I missed anything, please do let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Take care, and see you in the next video.